Yo, you already know who it is. Price Rob. Brah Migos Podcast back. Lovely Sunday. Lovely Sunday. Let's get it. Rob,
So,
we gotta talk NFL draft. Well,
mm-hmm.
we gotta talk NFL draft,
Just
what's happened so far. We gotta
a little
talk
bit.
some of the fallout from WWE, well, from WrestleMania. And we were gonna talk a special 420, episode, but the personnel ain't here. He's back on assignment. We don't know, when he's
We
gonna be
we
done with his assignment. Yeah.
happy 420. Let us be the last to wish you a happy 420.
Last to wish you, but you know how it is. It's Brah Migos Podcast. We coming in hot.
Podcast.
Yes. We coming in hot. It's Sunday. Lovely day. Lovely day.
Lovely day. Okay, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna sing. I mean, if y'all want me to, no, I ain't gonna do it.
But nah, Rob, we gotta get to it while the getting is good. First off, for all you tennis fans out there, Coco Golf goes Willie Beeman and then wins the next two sets straight. Well, the next two sets straight today. Coco Golf says she wasn't feeling good today. She had a stomach. She thinks that it might be the stomach virus going around. She goes off to the side by the flowers, pukes, then comes out here, goes Willie Beeman, wins the next two sets straight. Amazing performance by her. She was ranked number 3 going in. She's doing her thing. I had to give a shout out to her today for doing that. That was a few hours ago for you guys who don't know. But,
Yeah,
Rob, what do you want to jump into first, my guy?
I want to talk about the thing that's gonna be the story that we and the rest of the NBA are gonna be talking about, or not the rest of the NBA, we ain't a part of the NBA, but the rest of the sports world are gonna be talking about, which is the fight that happened last night
Mm.
with Jaden McDaniels and Nikola Jokic, dog. Like that for one, watching it live, that shit was crazy. Like we talked about it,
Yes.
in the group chat. Like it's first of all, what did you feel about the fight? Like what was your main takeaways on how it transpired, what basically seemingly might be the outcomes of it, and like how you feel about how Jokic did it and what Jaden McDaniels did. Like what do you feel about it, dog?
Okay, bro. It's a couple things I feel. This unwritten, this unspoken in-game rule has too many sides to it, and it's convenient sides, and then it's disrespect sides, and then it's gonna stop me if you can sides. Is multiple way people are gonna look at this. Now, me and you talked about you making this inconvenient for me because I gotta walk down here to inbound this at the
Right.
last second, and the game is over with. That's one thing. But some people feel as though it's disrespectful to dunk the ball. You're already up. You see it's a couple seconds left. Some people see it as disrespectful to do some shit like that. Other people feel, hey, you can't stop me. You should have stopped me. To me, it's like this. What happened was an inconvenient thing. Now, Joker went down there and got in his face. People
Mm-hmm.
got tossed at the last second. People left the bench. We're gonna see. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna see if this is gonna happen with possible suspensions coming up to the next game. My one problem with this is this: I don't want to see people get suspended
Right.
because Minnesota already had 2 injuries. Okay, I
Big injuries.
feel, yeah, 2 big injuries. I feel is because Rudy was one of them who I want to say left the bench. If Rudy gets suspended, there's nobody to guard Jokic. I think Jokic has a field day because Game 5 is in Denver because they have the home advantage, and I feel like if he gets going that game, he just gotta win one in Minnesota, and then he's back in his house.
Yep.
And Melo might have been there first, but that's the house that Jokic built. That's who got the title there. That's the new 50.
Multiple MVPs and a world title.
Exactly. So with that being said, I don't want to see people get tossed because this may swing. The injuries already could swing the series.
Right.
But suspension right now for the people who left the bench, this could kill a game. We saw, and I'll be one of the few people who, and I truly believe this, I don't think LeBron and them get that run if Draymond isn't suspended that game. I don't think that they finish that run like that. So you can say how you feel, but me and Rob were watching this, and we talked about this on a regular during that finals run. And I was like, Draymond getting suspended, like, killed any momentum like that the Warriors even had. That, the Steph foul and shit with him throwing the mouthpieces, it all went crazy. It went downhill after that. But I don't want to see people get suspended right now because even though people will say, well, rules are rules, but if you change these rules right now and too much suspension happens, this may change the outcome in this series. Even though my pick was the Nuggets, I'd like to see this play out more fairly. Now, what do you think? How do you feel about it, though?
So overall, like where I kind of stand on it, I would say I'm not on either side. I think both sides were wrong. Like I get the point that people making is unwritten rules. I'm not an unwritten rule person. I'm like, if you have rules, fucking write them down. Like if you basically have the motherfucking, you want to put so much effort in enforcing this shit, you can put the effort in writing the shit down. Like I get it. Everybody has a code and sometimes that code ain't written, but nigga, whatever. But for me, when it comes to like what Jaden Daniels did, I see Jokic's point is like everybody stopped playing because everybody knew the game was over. So it wasn't as if like, oh, this is an unwritten rule because we made it an unwritten rule. No, it's an unwritten rule because like, nigga, we done. Like the game is over. You won. It's to go cherry pick a layup ain't shit. Like you didn't need to do that. And also, like, when we talk about, like, the end of games, like, this ain't the first time Jaden Daniels has been in the end of a game in a basketball game. You dribble the ball out, you basically wait, and then you dap each other up. Like, that's it. It's not something that he needed to go do that. Like, it was an unnecessary action. And he basically, like, made the thing. It was like, I saw the hoop, and I had to go shoot. I had to go score. It was time left. It's like, nigga, this ain't your first rodeo. Like, you've been at the end of games. And now I don't know if it's gonna happen, but are people gonna go back to see all the times that it was the end of a game that he had the ball and then he just held it there, or did he go and try to basically shoot it? Like that's that. But counterpoint, and then not counterpoint, but also mad. I don't think Jokic had to get in his face. Yeah. I don't think, that's why I kind of had the, die line. You too close, man. Like, I had that right there because it's like, you didn't have to get up in his face. I would like, because we talked about it, is like, I'm like, I just throw my hands up like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I basically do it from that angle because I think that you could understand being like, now we got to have somebody go down there and like inbound the ball when we didn't have to. The game is over. Like, we have to go basically, because there's time left, we have to go do the structure of the game when we could have just dribbled it the fuck out. You did it an unnecessary action. Then now other people have to basically do shit. Yeah, is it a big deal? No, but it's one of those things. It's like, nigga, it's an unnecessary thing overall. So now, like I said, I'm not on Jokic's side. I'm not on McDaniel's side. I think they both was wrong. And if this does get to where now, because there was a brouhaha that people are gonna get suspended because they left the bench area, I don't think Rudy technically left the bench area because essentially, Jokic was hemming him up on the Timberwolves bench. So overall, technically, if they want to say, oh, well, all Rudy did was go from where he was, which was on the baseline, to basically his bench area. So he didn't technically leave the bench area in order to stop the fight. I think overall what happens is both of them get fined, and then that's it. Like, I think both of them get like some kind of hefty fine. I don't think there's going to be any suspension. They were ejected from the game that had like a second left.
Which is crazy. Crazy.
But that's the thing. That's why the whole thing with Jaden McDaniels, didn't need to fucking happen because they had to basically do a lot of the game shit at a time when the game was supposed to end. If he just basically doesn't lay up, they have to technically eject him because they have to, especially with gambling, especially with all these different things, they have to do all the structure to the very end. And so to make the game official, because if they just say, okay, well, nothing happened, then you had a whole fucking fight happen and nobody got ejected for it. They had to do that bullshit. So that's what I'm saying. He made a bunch of unnecessary bullshit happen because he wanted to do some fucking dumb shit. Yeah, unnecessary dumb shit. Like that's what I'm saying. He could have, and it would have. Nobody would have batted a fucking eyelash. But now here his ass go. But yeah, it's what it is.
That's
what it
why
is.
This led me to the next thing on the topic sheet. Should you read the room? I think you should read the room sometimes. and no, I'm about to fuck this up. Maybe I shouldn't do this. That's all. Right. That's all he should do.
Because granted, like if Jokic basically throws his hands up and walks off the fucking court and basically makes a mess of it afterwards, then I think people more side with Jokic because then it's like, yeah, man, like that didn't need to happen. But when his ass just runs up, it's like, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, because like even he said McDaniel just basically like, yeah, he's like, I just saw some big as hell run over at me. He's like, he basically, I get it. Like, he's like, man, what the fuck is on? Like, what the fuck is it? Because I saw some people, yeah, because like,
dude to be running at you.
Right? Like, I'm like, nigga, hold on, nigga, I'm like reaching for the waist, nigga. But like, because Jokic was the only one that ran up at him. It wasn't like the rest of the Nuggets ran up at McDaniel because they was like, because they probably did what I was saying to do, was just like, what the fuck is on? What the fuck is up with you? But nah. I think it was just a lot of shit that didn't need to happen overall.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, we are going to move on. WWE, bro. So, it's been a lot going on with WWE lately.
Is that an understatement or is that an understatement?
This is a hell of an understatement. So, but we're gonna start with what I like to call maybe the better side of what's going on with WWE. So we're gonna start with what's going on with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns, the whole feud. Do you think that they rushed this feud, Rob, or is this right on time?
Yeah, so if y'all didn't watch Raw, and I didn't watch SmackDown, so if y'all didn't watch SmackDown, I didn't either. But like, if you watch the end of Raw, Jacob Fatu came to the ring when Roman was in the ring along with the Usos, and basically said like, "Hey man, look, I want what you got. I want my people to have a bigger house. I want basically this and that. I want that title. I want everything that comes with it." And Roman basically kind of played him off, just like, all right, whatever, kind of thing, little cousin. And so it felt like this was going to happen sooner or later, but I didn't want it to happen now. Like I'm under the premise of like Jacob and Roman gonna meet. Like it's the Fatus versus the Anoa'i's, but it's like it ain't gotta be right now. Like it feels so rushed. I feel like there needed to be a build-up, even though Jacob Fatu was coming off a WrestleMania win, so like you knew that he was either going to basically challenge Cody Rhodes or was going to challenge, his cousin. But it's like my thing was like, it's why now? Like why for Backlash? Why not wait till like a SummerSlam when you can basically have Samoan violence or whatever it was called, the tribal combat. And like you can basically do it then. Why do it? Have this kind of match for Backlash unless they're gonna make a series out of this, because this can't just happen once. Like this is one of those kind of like meetings that has been in the kind of books for like at least a year or so. Because like as Jacob has basically been in, he's had run-ins with Roman, not too much, but like enough to where it's like, okay, this is the next guy that's going to basically challenge for the throne. We already seen Solo basically do it. We already seen Jay do it. Jimmy seemingly is not going to do it. So the only logical next step would be Jacob. So why not wait for a little while and just kind of play it out then, instead of the essentially, like, not say no name pay-per-view, but like the just rehash pay-per-view. Like I don't understand the reasoning for doing this now.
Okay, so it's so many ways that I've looked at this since we had this up here. Is it rushed? Yeah, because what I thought could happen is that he would go after Cody first and then turn to Roman and tell him that he wants it all. You know, I want them both. This is me over everybody. I'm gonna have it all. But I think, Rob, that they trying to hit us with the look over here while we do this over here. Because they got rid of some people. They were like, we're going to drop all these people. I want you to be distracted first, you know, before you watch me do all of this. And listen to all our possible future endeavors. But do I think that this has to be a series? It better be a series. This better not be no one-off. If this is a one-off, I'm smacking TKO.
But hold on. So you're saying that basically this is a distraction.
Yeah, this might be a distraction. It might be a distraction.
Why would you say that?
Because, so, we, as wrestling fans, are very, very, we're very, you know, verbal behind what we want. And I think that this is one of those things that they're like, hey, this is going to be y'all wrestling distraction because we think this can be that good right now, while we try to think up some other shit because we may have fucked ourselves being TKO.
I don't know. It's like, I guess I'm trying to, I don't think that I don't see this as being a distraction, just because it's like, this is something that everybody could have predicted as something that would happen. So why not have a build up, like a proper build up, or instead of just saying, hey, it's after WrestleMania. Jacob just got done with Drew. Roman just got done with CM Punk, who basically is seemingly just now about to go at Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Why have this match being something that is just for the, I don't say offhand, or just like a secondary non-Big Four pay-per-view though?
Better yet, let's not use the word distraction. Let's say this is another Bitch Be Quiet series. We want you to take this now and be quiet about it because this is going to be the next round. That's what it feels like it kind of is, because it's so little build up to this happening. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed whenever he come out there and he cut his promo. But you ever have, and we might have to coin this one. You ever have that after promo realization that there was no build up to this? We just got here. We got to this promo, and it's like, wait a goddamn minute.
like what? Like, huh?
Yeah, and cause see, he fooled me. Cause the promo was so good, I was like, yeah, he's hungry. And then I was like, wait a tick, how the hell did we get here? How did I get here?
Like, wham, bam, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, and I was like, y'all fooled me. You got
fooled me once.
Yeah,
shame on you. Fooled me twice. You ain't gonna fool me again.
Yeah, you ain't gonna fool me again. They keep hitting us with shit like this, where they hit us with a really good promo, but then whenever, because if you notice, there were things that happened in, we gonna call them yesteryears of WWE, that were like subtle clues to where something was heading. And then we got there, and then that went on. Whereas there really wasn't a clue that this was gonna happen right now. It just
not at this moment.
It just happened. It just promo happening right now. And it's like, damn it, You got me because I was enjoying the promo, and I'm like, how did I get here? How did I get here? You got me. You got me, WWE. You got me.
Mhm.
Because I was like, yeah, he's hungry. And I was like, hold on, they wasn't even he wasn't even beefing like that.
Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, and the thing is, like, I think that in the past, like, you would have like the enough is enough kind of promo, but it'd be by himself.
Yeah.
And then, like, say the next week or week after, then you have him and Roman kind of meet up and basically, something like that. But like, I think this was something they needs a slow roll instead of microwave. Like, I think this was something that, like, they could have put this in the pot and kind of turned it on low for a little minute, let it simmer a little bit, instead of being like, turn this bitch up now. Like, no, man, like, you got some time. Like, you got some space and opportunity for this nigga to, like, build himself up before saying, let's do this right now.
And the example I'm going to use is back in the day, let's say a tag team was breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
He used to leave his partner ringside. Or he used to leave a tag and go walk off or not help. And it was a subtle breakdown over time.
Correct.
And now we're just getting bam. Now, Michael, go. And it's like there was no real leading up to this. There was no real clue that this was it. Like you said, we knew it was that it was going to happen eventually, but there was no subtlety to this. There was no subtlety to saying, okay, Jacob wants this, It was no him turning his back on anybody. Hell, it could have been him turning his back on any of the other guys and saying, I'm not going to do this, it could have been anything, and then he could have went and challenged him. But we just got to just flip the light switch on, let's go. And I was like, you got me with that promo, but then when I really went to thinking, there was no subtlety. There was nothing leading me there to tell me, yeah, we going here right now. Man, you're losing the nuances, WWE. You're losing the nuances, the little things, just the little things that make it that much better.
Yep.
But next we have a segment called we're gonna call it possible future endeavors, because it was walking season for a lot of people. It was walking season for a lot of people.
Yeah, I was say they ain't no future endeavor possibles though. Like they ain't some actuals. And
yeah.
So
it's some actuals.
And I got the list right here. So
call them
out. Ready. All right. So what we have so far, and this is per smackoutmoment.com.
Mm-hmm.
So the ones that we have right now: Nikki Cross, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, Joe Gacy, Bo Dallas, Andre Chase, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Kyrie Sane, Apollo Cruz, Dante Chen, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Santos Escobar, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Tyson DuPont, Tyreek Igwe, Chris Island, Tyree May Steele, Serena Linton, Trill London, Malik Blade, Luca Crisofino, and Francois Prinsloo. So that, I mean, I would say probably a quarter of those names I have never heard of, or hadn't heard of until basically they got released. I meant to go on fight like another site, but yeah. Like the other ones, I would say for me, the Wyatt Six basically getting released is not surprising in any way. Granted, I'm gonna preface all this with I am not a fan of anybody losing their job
at all.
But when it comes to this specifically, I can get it because Wyatt Six, they had no buzz. Motor City Machine Guns was kind of surprising, but not as much because I think that they were just kind of there for a season, but not for a long term. And it seemed like once Ciampa left, they didn't really have much going with them either. Alistair and Zelina, I kind of thought that they were going to get at least, some more time, but it seemed like WWE didn't have much for them either. Kyrie Sane, that was a real surprise because I thought that the stuff that she had with Asuka. I thought that they were going to at least try to get it to where she was going to turn on her, at least get that kind of payoff, because now you got nothing from it. So there's that. But like a lot of these other names, I'm not too surprised like that they got let go, because essentially they either weren't doing much of anything, or it was just like, they have like WWE has a lot of talent overall. Like, so a lot of these guys, girls, probably gonna end up in, say, a TNA. Like Santos Escobar, for example, is probably gonna be in AAA or CMLL. He might end up in AEW. Like a lot of these cats are going to end up in other companies sooner rather than later. Which I want to say they've done away. They, as in the federal government, has done away with non-competes. So this may be to where, like these people may be able to show up tomorrow on some shit. So
that would be
that would be crazy. But like, if that is the case, then yeah, like a lot of these people are talented. All these people are like the people that I at least heard of, like the Apollo Cruzes, the Zoe Starks, Alba Fires, everybody in the YS6. All of them are talented enough to basically go on and do great things with another company. It's really more, I think, that they just basically passed their shelf life in WWE, which happens in every single wrestling promotion.
Yes.
You kind of get to the end of your road, and either you say you go like Forrest Gump and you start running the other way, or you basically like, you know what, this is it, and I got to go move on to something else. So yeah. And what did you think about like the future endeavors?
So look, a lot of these guys who got released, I must say, first off, I'm gonna say this. Like you, I'm not a fan, but they did get to Vince McMahon. But I blame creative for some people not being used. I'm always blame creative.
I know this. That's the thing.
I'm always blame.
Okay. I'm good.
Because I've watched videos and I've had ideas of ways that they could have made the YS6 and Aleister Black like a thing in WWE. Just my mind. And I've heard other people's ideas, and I was like, yeah, that's a cool idea. And I was like, I kind of blame y'all, because y'all let people go stagnant and y'all never figure out what to do. And it's like, nobody, look, none of y'all ain't taking no acid or nothing. Somebody's not getting high. Nobody's using their creative sense to use these people. Maybe not.
What is Aleister Black?
I would look at him as a person who wants to be a dark entity.
In dark meaning like
Undertaker style, in a way.
I mean, Undertaker is more paranormal, undead kind of thing. That, and I'm not trying to play gotcha here. It's the thing with Aleister Black, and it's not. I don't think this is this is not supposed to be a knock to Aleister Black, but I think that like what he has been is so much like, I think people don't know what he is. Like there's like, because this was the same exact thing at AEW. Like everything that he was, like it never really made like, I don't say sense, but there was never really like an explanation as far as what he was. Like it's like, is he? He said like, oh, he wants to be a dark entity. What is a dark entity? Like, is he a vampire? Is he a warlock? Is he a assassin?
Not that he was never clear on.
Well, like he basically did things, but he had the candles. The thing. And I was trying, and like I said, this is not about Aleister Black necessarily, and this is not to say Aleister Black should be fired for what he is, because he's an incredible wrestler. He's a great, same thing with Zelina. Like they both are great at what they do. The thing is, though, I think that WWE employs a lot of people that are at least, if not good at what they do, great at what they do, that do need more run, and I think that. When you have to, and that's why I say I can't really blame creative, but it's like we have this other product that we really want to use, that we really want to basically make happen. If we got to basically keep putting Zelina and Aleister on there, or the Wyatt Six, or whoever to basically, be there just because they're there, but we don't really have like that big of an idea, and we're having all these other people wait in the wing.
Mm-hmm.
So wait for them basically as they're kind of just there and they're not getting any pub or they're not getting any run. It's like you gotta just cut bait instead of just being like, okay, well, guys, go sit over there while we have this other thing that we really want to push to, like just wait in the wing. So like, say Zoe Stark, for example, sooner or later, Callie Armstrong is gonna basically come to WWE and need a spot. Do you want a Zoe Stark to be sitting there, or do you want a Callie Armstrong? Maybe let me make sure I'm saying her name right, because I just thought of her.
You said Callie Armstrong, for some reason I thought about the black YouTube guy. I was like,
no, there is an NXT wrestler named Callie Armstrong, and she is the real fucking deal. Yeah. Like she's gonna be a fucking powerhouse. Former track athlete, basically has been killing it in was it Evolve? She was the Evolve Women's Champion for a while. Yeah, like she is an incredible. That's somebody you don't wait in the wings like that. You gotta basically get a spot for her and basically make sure there's a landing spot for her or whatever. But they also have other wrestlers that basically they're not bringing up. I think JC Jane just made her first appearance, or Fatal Attraction, what they're called now. But her new group with old girls, like you gotta basically make space. There's only so much space and only so much time for all these people to basically get run. And so it's like you gotta basically make some moves and make some people go. Like that's where I'm at with it. Like I can't blame creative because like
they're always gonna be log jam. They're always gonna be my scapegoat. But the only people I would have saved here is maybe Black and the Wyatt Six, only because I feel like Bray Wyatt had something going in the right direction, and they.
You mean Bo Dallas?
Well, no. Bray Wyatt had it originally when he was the Fiend and in the Firehouse.
He did.
House.
Well, he didn't have the 6. He had.
Yeah, I know.
That's where it was. Okay.
Yeah, but they could have took what was there and kind of transplanted that into the Wyatt Six with Bo Dallas. Not exactly his thing, but made Uncle Howie, because I feel like Uncle Howie could have been a rebirth of what we had in a way of Bray Wyatt and what he was doing, but not exactly. And I think that it failed to ever fall upon them to even maybe pitch that idea to them.
They did it. They did that. They did. I mean, they didn't do the Firefly Funhouse particularly, but they did like where Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas basically did like the videos where it was like on a VHS and he's talking to himself. Like they did that for weeks. Well,
my approach, and this is just me giving a quick run. You remember how Bray was doing we gonna call it Blues Clues is?
Yeah, the Firefly Funhouse.
Okay. You remember Blues Clues wind up switching people, right?
Yeah.
I would have kind of did that with Bo in a way. I'd have took my chances at it at least, but that's just me.
But I'm saying with Bo, well, it's two things. Did Bo want to do that? And B, do you like? I don't think it's one of those things you could kind of like plug and play. The reason why I'd work with Bray Wyatt is because Bray Wyatt was a one-of-one kind of person. Yeah. I think that they tried to do enough where it was extending the legacy of what Bray had and kind of doing the best with it. And also they kind of had to like kind of try to rehash it with Rowan too, because like think about it, like the Wyatt family, half of them dead. Like that, and like they're both gone. Like between Brody Lee and like Bray Wyatt, like both of them are gone.
Yeah,
and both of them were big parts with Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. But the thing is like they just didn't have the people to do it. They tried to basically do their best with it. It seemed like Alexa Bliss wanted to also move on. She wanted to be basically tied to it in a sense, but she also wanted to move on from that thing, especially with her and Bray basically being the tie, with her being like kind of Sister Abigail, whatever. I think it was just one of those things of they did what they could with what they had, and it worked as probably best as it was going to do, because yes, Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy. was fine, but it was never going to be what Bray Wyatt was. And it wasn't going to be, and it didn't need to be anything close because it seemed like the Uncle Howdy shit was really more supposed to be kind of like I don't say one-off, but like something that was just there for a little while. Mm-hmm. Bray basically has his stuff with Uncle Howdy, and then it was going to vanish. But because Bray died, it was like they couldn't do much with it, you know. But no, I mean, I don't think anybody could have did anything better than what actually happened.
Yeah, fair enough. But I'll say this: WWE released a lot of people, and it was in line with their routine though, because it's after WrestleMania. It's people, but this is the next part that needs to count the most to me. The NXT call-ups needed, and I know our man out on consignment put this up here, but I'll say this: it is some people that need to be called up from NXT. Okay. This is.
Let me pull up the list of who actually got called up because I only watched Raw, so I don't really know who all got called up. So it looked like Sol Ruka, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, who is going to be on next week, Fatal Influence, which is JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Laney Reed, Blake Monroe, and Ricky Saints got called up too. Hell yeah, he did. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know who else. Well, the nigga on assignment could fucking explain himself and basically say who he also needed to basically be on.
Well, this is what I'll say. All of the call-ups were needed. This was stuff that was needed. My whole thing is Sol Ruka. She's amazing. She
had a great match with Liv Morgan on Raw. Phenomenal. Absolutely great match.
No, I really enjoyed that.
And you know, sister.
Yeah, sister. Joe Hendry should have been up. Okay. I feel like he should have. He got a bit should have. He been should have had his comeuppance.
I think this is the right time. Nah, because they wanted to basically have him have a good run in NXT, and the one thing that has to kind of be known when it comes to NXT is that it is the kind of like, I don't say breaking ground, but like it's the place where you kind of get to know, like, here's the hard camera, you get to kind of not be thrown into the fucking fire of shit, and you get to learn like, okay, learn all the bullshit that you're gonna have to deal with this company, and kind of be like,
but you being for real. You being real.
They will probably say the same thing. It's like you get to learn all the kind of shit that you gotta deal with instead of being thrown into the fire. Because this WWE is a different beast. It's a different company. It's
very true. It's
a publicly traded thing that's in the portfolio of like this billion-dollar organization. Like it's not like any place that you've worked. So be able to be in an NXT and kind of getting like comfortable and then going up to main roster. Plus, the thing with Joe Hendry too is I don't think that what he does, and granted, I'm going to probably be proven to be wrong, which I'm fine with. But the thing about Joe Hendry is that I am not completely optimistic that you are going to be able to get a WWE crowd to fuck with him the way that you had TNA. I think that with him, and then granted, I didn't watch him in NXT, so I don't really know if they basically grasp him. But not Full Sail. It's the whatever they're called down there, the PC where they basically do the tapings. That's not always a conducive place when you're traveling on the road and everything like that. So like, I don't know how he's gonna be. It probably will be good, but how long is he gonna be good? How much is he gonna mesh with the people that's already there? Because that's really, to be completely honest, that's really the problem that NXT people have when it comes to basically assimilating in. Like Trick Williams, for example, he's basically flying, you know, he's in there with flying colors. Javon Evans in there with flying colors. Like those guys basically grasp on to everything and just was able to do well because they are great. But the thing about it is not everybody is able to do it. And I think that when you have a thing that has worked and now you basically have to convey that thing to a much bigger audience in different places all the time, it's a different thing. And then you also have to mesh with the motherfuckers that are there as well. It's gonna be a different thing. So I would say I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay.
But I would say that like it's there's a caution on there.
Okay, fine. But I believe in Joe Hendry. Now, WWE, if you want to make him have a funny, like real debut, him and Danhausen have an interaction. Just look, trust me. And after you do this, send me and Rob a check a piece, $100,000. That's light work for y'all. This light work, y'all got it.
Apparently, y'all just cut a whole bunch of motherfuckers, so y'all saving on some shit.
And like I'm giving you gold. I'm giving you gold. Now, we enjoyed seeing all of the NXT call-ups and stuff, but Rob, this kind of ticked me and you off a little bit. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and read that next one on the list.
All right. So look, in case you didn't realize, WWE charged the Make-A-Wish Foundation $2,500 for WrestleMania tickets. I'm gonna say it one more time. WWE charged Make-A-Wish for some goddamn WWE WrestleMania tickets. Yes. Now to you, you might be thinking like, oh yeah, they're a company. You know, these things have to basically happen. This is a nonprofit organization that's trying to make wishes happen for these sick kids that basically just want a good time and want to basically have. They just shouldn't be charged shit. Like, this is one of those things you just write off. This is one of those things that you just say, you know what? Whatever, dog. Like, whatever y'all need, we got you. We're gonna set you over here. We're gonna give you something nice. We're gonna give you some mementos. Like, you don't charge nobody like that, dog. Like, you don't charge good people for doing good things.
Exactly.
Like that when especially when it comes to kids, dog. Like, that's one of those things you just basically be like, man, all right, man, cool. Whatever y'all need, I got you. Like, it don't make any sense that it's like. So I'm looking at the article, but this is on AOL. This is from AOL.com. It says, so WrestleMania this past weekend, Make-A-Wish, WWE does a lot of work for Make-A-Wish. John C. in particular, they in particular has made more wishes to happen in its existence. Make-A-Wish nonprofit, they bought $2,500 worth of tickets. I basically tell them, hey man, you put your money away. Yes. If they bought it on their own, they was like, nah, man, you put your money away, dog. Because you bring in some goodwill. You basically bring in, like, you don't charge people that. It's kind of like what the NFL did with the Department of Defense with the flyover. Like, you don't just do shit like that, dog. Like, you find a way to basically make sure that this shit zeroes out, and you just basically just be like, all right, man, y'all do good shit. I got you. We got money. We ain't worried about that.
Exactly.
Like, you don't do shit like that. Like, that's shameful shit, dog.
It's a poor, sick kid somewhere that wanted to see WWE. You gonna charge them? Now, the kid may not know about this, but as an adult, if you WWE, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this the nicest way possible. If you, in your heart, can look to charge a foundation that is trying to make shit happen for kids, $2,500. And I know somebody may say, but they only bought $2,500 worth of ticket. Look, bro, I can't be a part. Well, I ain't gonna say I can't be a part. I can't be running that and charge them. First of all, my mama would smack me. Okay? Because the minute that the article, I could be worth billions of dollars. She gonna call me and she gonna say, bring your ass in, and then she gonna hit me upside my, you charge Make-A-Wish kids? One of y'all mamas or grandmamas need to be hitting you upside the head right now for charging Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish, which didn't seem to do like 25,000 or something like that. Different appearances for WWE, or 2,500
probably
appearances for WWE. All of the shit he done did, now y'all want to. I'm pretty sure you could have called John, and John would. I'll buy the tickets for him.
Yeah,
I'll buy the tickets for him.
or anybody else would have basically been like, all right, man, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like
anything, bro. It is not that. Not that. Not kids who. Some of these kids are poor, destitute, sick on their lap, and they wanted to watch WWE. And you, in your heart, you charge that money for that. I don't care if you said that was a 90% discount. I really don't care.
Right. It's like, nah, man, just like do your thing, dog. We got you.
That's despicable, Rob. That is low. That is very low.
Yeah.
That is very, very low. Now, moving away from WWE's very, 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 very low lights. Now, this is something more on the lighter side of funny that we like to talk about. What was the worst WWE reboot, the NWO or the LWO?
Yeah. Like, because I was thinking about this like a little while ago. Like, the NWO and the LWO both got rebooted in WWE. And both of them basically, you know, went out like a fart. Like a turd. Like they both, granted, the LWO had a good little time because they had what, Dragon Lee, you had Rey Mysterio, you had Selena Vega, you had Raul Mendoza, I don't know if that's still his name, and then you had Zema Ion, Joaquin Phoenix. No, Joaquin, what is his name? Joaquin, it's not Joaquin Phoenix.
No, it's not Joaquin Phoenix. It's something else.
Joaquin Wild?
It might be. I think
yeah.
That's what it was.
But basically, you had Zema Ion in there.
Yeah.
And so, like, you had all those cats in there, and they kind of just, like, were around, didn't really do a ton. It just was whatever. Then you had long, like, 20 years ago, you had the NWO, basically, in WWE, and that was, like, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac. I think Hogan was in there for, like, a little small minute. You had HBK was a member of the NWO and WWE. I think Big Show, joined at one moment or another. It was a hot fucking mess. So I like to ask y'all, like, do you think, like, which one do y'all think was worse? The LWO and WWE or the NWO and WWE or the LWO and WWE? Like, because even, like, granted, like, when it was in WCW, you had Conan, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, I think, was a part of it. Eddie Guerrero was a part of it.
Yeah, he was.
I think was it Psychosis part of the LWO way back when?
I think he was. I think him. I'm not sure if La Parker was in there.
Yeah.
But they had. This is what I'm saying. My personal opinion, it was the NWO. Because it went crazy. I'm a NWO went crazy twice. Towards the end of WCW, because it felt like over 3/4 of the roster was the NWO.
Yeah. It's like look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, for life.
Yes. Yes. And the LWO to me is a blip compared to what they did. Like they
that's true.
Went crazy with the NWO, and then whenever they bought it back, I was like, why is Shawn Michaels part of NWO?
Like, it was just like, what are you guys doing with this, dog? Like, why are you here? Why is this happening? Why is this a thing?
Oprah syndrome, dog.
Oprah syndrome?
You get an NWO shirt. You get an NWO shirt. You get an NWO shirt. Everybody gets an NWO shirt. That's all it is, bro.
I mean, it's true.
That's what it was. Everybody got one, and it's like, damn. It's like, all of y'all got, like got a regular person around here.
Chat, you NWO too?
Hey, you gotta be NWO if that's the case. It went crazy, though. It went crazy. Now, as we go from the squared circle to the baseball diamond, look, you all know we played a game, Him or Nem, today, AL Edition. Yes. So, since we started in the AL, we have 6 teams right here that we're going to discuss how we feel, if they're Him or Nem, how we feel about this. So, you know, at the top of the list, they wear pinstripes. They play over there in New York. So we have the Yankees starting out on him and them.
Bronx Bullies.
Yep, the Bronx Bullies. How are you feeling? Him or them?
Dog, this is a good ass team, man. Like him, I'm thinking they're him right now. Like I got nothing bad to say about the Max Fried been killing it. Of course, Aaron Judge has been doing his thing, dog. Like they are him. Like I can't really, they're top of the division, they're 18-9. Like they got a 50 plus 50 run differential. Like this team is actually like really good. It's like I can always say they're always good until, but right now they're him. Like we're about a month into the season. I would say right now they are absolutely him.
I gotta agree with you. And in the words of my boy Thrag, I am him. He is him, and that's what the Yankees are. They are him. And look, Yankees are going kind of crazy though. Mm-hmm. Yankees are going kind of crazy, and we ain't even hit peak Aaron Judge yet.
Nah, like
peak Aaron Judge yet.
We still in like the start. We still in like the jump of everything, but he's like, man.
This is gonna get look. Yankees, y'all are doing the thing right now. Y'all are doing the thing. Y'all are damn sure doing the thing. Now, next on the list are my Red Sox.
So let's before we dive into that, we're gonna pause on him and them. Of course, if y'all haven't heard, if you're a baseball fan, I don't know how you haven't, but Alex Cora and them were basically like fired from the Red Sox just yesterday.
And them is an understatement, Rob. Look, Red Sox, I love y'all, but I gotta say this. What was the purpose of this? What drew this out? What made this go on? Y'all fired people on the tarmac. Tarmac.
Yeah. Now Chad Tracy is the interim manager of your Boston Red Sox. Right now.
Rob, it's so much that can be said about this, but I'm going to say this. What in the blue hell was going on in y'all mind? What made this sound like a good idea? Who made this decision? Which one of y'all got up and said, after we had these meetings, I'm just going to fire all these motherfuckers? Who did this? Who? Whose idea was this?
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Just what happened? Look, we all have sporadic moments, but not this big. Not this big. It doesn't happen like this. Yes, you can say our record 10-17, but 10-17 ain't really that bad when you play 162 games. And we right at the beginning.
It's not.
We barely like little 10-15% of the games. We got another 85-80% of the season left. Well, more than that. Way more than that. We like 10-15%. And y'all like, you gotta go. Why? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And you're not explaining it to the public.
At least not well.
Yeah, at least not very well at all. Because right now I feel like you're telling me, just cuz. And I'm like, cuz what? And you like, just cuz. And that's not an explanation. Why? Just cuz ain't an explanation, bro. This either can go two ways, Rob. It's only two ways this can go. This can either be very good or it can be very bad. And I'm leaning towards the very bad side.
I mean, it's generally or it splits the difference. It goes even. But it's got, like, I'm with you because it's gotta, when you make a move, like a wholesale change, not like an incremental like change of, first of all, well, yeah, we gonna still pause on him in there, but like when you make this kind of wholesale change, in the start of the season, like it only marks that basically your front office generally doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like you don't make like the incremental change of, well, let's reassign the hitting coach, let's reassign the bench coach, let's reassign or fire or the pitching coordinator or the pitching coach or anything like that. Like those little changes where it said, all right, there is something going wrong here, but let's do a little bit here and there to find out, like, okay, what can we do here? What can we like change here? Just to kind of like seem like we have like a good run organization. No, you said, no, we throwing out the baby with the bathwater, everything. Fuck it. I don't care. Throw out the fucking bathwater. Throw out the fucking bathtub too.
Yes.
Whatever. Where you basically have now your AAA manager, Chad Tracy, is now going to basically be leading your Major League ball club at the start of the season, where now he has to kind of do that. Granted, we're watching the playoffs now. Tiago Splitter had to basically come in place of Chauncey Billups, during the season, and they basically made the playoffs. But the difference is that Chauncey Billups got basically caught in, with the fucking mafia and the FBI, versus you just saying we need to have these motherfuckers go. And yeah, Trevor Story basically said the information that they got from Craig Breslow, who is the GM of the team, that it wasn't sufficient, and he's going to talk to him more. Like that tells me that you just did something just for the hell of it.
Yes.
That tells me that you didn't have a great reasoning, a great plan, and not something that your team can buy into, as they basically should be, I guess, going to the expectations that you have set in place for the reason why you fired the whole staff, the whole crew. Like, no, man, like Craig Breslow, you don't seem like you know what the fuck you're doing, dog. And a move like this, especially, granted, we were both on the side of you or the Red Sox organization when it came to this, but like between this and the Rafael Devers whole ordeal, it sounds like you don't have a good grasp on, hey, I am managing people, not just managing a ball club. Yeah. Like I am having to manage personalities and actually talk to people. That's what people really get fucked up. That's where you get the Daryl Morey's of the world, where they don't know what the fuck's going on and they end up getting fired because shit ain't working right. When you can't manage people along with managing the team, yeah, man, that's a highway to hell, or highway to the unemployment line.
No, you're right. Highway to hell. Hell's employment line, because that's the only places they're going. Because I don't feel like you can show me. Look, like you said with Chauncey Billups, it was some mafia shit going on. Okay, we gotta get him about it. It's a bad one. This is very bad one.
Yeah.
But it feels like I rolled out of bed and I picked up a handful of darts and flung them at the wall full of pitches and said, everybody I hit is going today. Mm-hmm. That's what this feels like. That's literally what this feels like. And I don't have no good explanation. I can't tell you. Look, even with the Devers thing, you could see Devers was causing static and friction. It was something there. It was a little smoke to that fire. There was no smoke to this fire. Somebody pulled the alarm and nothing was going on. Or at least nothing that we could see was going on. And we're like, okay, they're having a bad start. Several teams have had bad starts this season.
Yep.
And it's like, fire alarm, go.
Like everybody get out.
Yeah, everybody get out. Just let's do this now. And it's like, we panicking way too early. If this is your reasoning, we weren't supposed to make the playoffs last year, and we made the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So what is the reason for this? Yep. If this was down the line and we were 50-10, I could understand. Well, we were 10-50, I could understand. If we were 10-50 and we were 60 games in, you looking at over a third of the season is gone.
I mean, yeah, like that's a big one.
Yeah, that would be something different. If we were 10-50, I'd be like, okay, I can understand why you did.
Yeah, like we are putrid. Everybody gotta go. Like,
yeah, but we 10-17. We 7 games off of 500. Okay, not 40 games off of 500. And you pull the alarm.
Yeah, and y'all ain't the only bad team. Y'all ain't the team that basically made the playoffs last year that's had a bad start.
Exactly. Exactly. It is. But getting back to him and them. With
Mhm.
them, dog.
Yeah, right now I think y'all are them, but y'all have the roster to be a him.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, this is a rough start. Like y'all ain't the only motherfuckers that's had a rough start. Like a couple of the teams that we about to talk about has also had rough starts. Like and they had a high expectation or fairly high expectations. Shit happens, dog. Like I don't think it was something that it needed to be to where shit. Everybody got to go. Everybody got to basically find a new spot.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
it wasn't that bad. That was not a worthy. Look, you can't have a push the goddamn button moment and really push the button and it wasn't a worthy moment, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what it. Push the goddamn button. It's like, yeah, I hit the button. And then it's like, oh shit, you really did hit the button.
Like oh no, this did happen. Oh, like oh shit, like
no,
this
no,
shit,
no. We was
this shit
straight.
is real.
Yeah, we
This
were
shit is
lying.
real.
We're lying. Now, let's move on. The Guardians, Rob. How you feel about them?
Ooh, it's like they have some talent. Like Angel Martinez has been nice. Of course, Jose Ramirez is always nice. Like, but it's just like, dog, for a collective, they're Nem to me. Because they're okay. So hard hit percentage is one of the like more advanced stats in the league. So like they're next to last in hard hit rate.
Mm-hmm.
Like pitching wise, like they're still like they're one of the top teams in actually or now I'm looking at this wrong. No, they are one of the top teams when it comes to like holding down hard hit rate. So like they don't have a lot of people that basically tee off on them.
Yeah.
You know, and then like strikeouts, they're tops in all of the American League at least. Or not all of baseball. Like they have some pitching, they have some talent, but it's just like that hitting, dog. Like hitting's going to have to take some work. Yeah. They're NIM, right? I think they're overall NIM. But I think that they can be him when it comes to like how the season's gonna play out. They're gonna basically need just a lot of work and a lot of execution. Well, granted, they've been like I said going well without Emmanuel Clase. You know, because he's probably never gonna play for them again. But essentially they have been making it work out. I just don't see him as him when it comes to the rest of the season.
So I'm kind of with you. I believe that they're gonna beat them. It's just one of them kind of hell no's right now. It is what it
hell
is.
No, hell to the no.
Yeah, look, they're suffering from part of what. Well, it's not as bad as Detroit because Detroit is night and day home and away, which is crazy. Their records home and away is freaking crazy. I was like, how do y'all do that?
Yeah,
but yeah, they're up there right now. They may sneak in the playoffs. But I don't think that they got enough. They need more. It's more. You need more. You're going to need more this year. Now, Royals.
This is I still believe in them. I still believe they're him. Granted, like they're one of the tops in barrel percentage, one of the tops in hard hit percentage, especially on the batting wise. Like they've having a rough start, similar to the Red Sox. Yep. They're 10-17 right now. You talked about home and away splits. Yeah, they've been bad with that too. But I think that this still is a very talented team. Like they still got Pasquatch, still got Bobby Witt. It's just like they're having a rough start as of right now. But I overall think that this team is the team to beat within the AL Central. Granted, the Twins have basically done much better than I would have thought, you know, and everything like that. And then there's still the Tigers. They're right there as well. And they've actually been playing, you know, some really nice baseball. But it's just, you know, granted, at home. But yes. But nah, man, I still believe in the Royals. I still think that they're going to make everything work out. I think it's just a rough start so far.
In the words of my
I
boy Thrag,
I am him.
and I believe with you, Rob, they are still him. I believe that they will shake back, that they will be in the playoffs. We will be talking about Bobby Witt having a really good season. All of this shall come through. It's a rough patch. Teams go through this.
and I will say, as far as Baseball Savant has been tracking the ABS challenges for this season so far, and basically it's been tracking like who has been successful in turning basically overturning plays, overturning balls and strike calls, who has been not as good. The Kansas City Royals, number 2, as far as batting teams overturning calls. So like they have been, seeing the ball well at the plate. It's just that it seems like the execution, everything else just hasn't really turned out for them. But I think it's gonna get right sooner or later.
Okay. And I'm with you. The A's.
Who is number 1 at overturning calls from a batter's perspective. And I'm looking for, as far as the fielding perspective, mind your business, lady. We're not gonna talk about them as far as like that goes. But I think that I've said that this team is him. I think that this team has all the makings to basically be a great team. Granted, like, we will see how things kind of turn out, at the end of the season, because the Rangers have been great this year. Of course, the Mariners, they tied the game up with the Cardinals right now. So, it is what it is. But like, this is still a really good division overall. Like, we'll see how everything shakes out. But no, I think the A's still have that firepower that they could win this division this year. We'll see how everything kind of goes out, especially when it comes to pitching. But no, I think they're him.
I am him.
I am him, and I believe in them as the A's because Brent Rooker is returning after 14 games. He's a big part to that. The young naysayer, along with Lawrence Butler and the crew.
The homies.
Yeah, I think.
Young naysayer.
The young naysayer. I think that they have a chance to make. I think that this might be the year that we really start to see them turn around. I think that this is the year that we really start to see them turn around, Rob, and I think that we might be on that uptrend. I think we might be on that uptrend now. That young talent is starting to find itself. They starting to flatten out some things. They raising the valleys. It's getting right. It's getting right. It's getting right. I think the A's are definitely in him. I gotta agree with you on that. Look, a couple years ago, me and this man sat up here and we told y'all, to watch out for them.
Yep.
That it was on its way, and it's showing right. I'm just saying.
We here, baby.
I'm just saying. We here. We getting here. We told y'all, watch them. A lot of talent. It's a lot of talent. Look, you guys have no clue how much talent is there on that A's team that can go crazy. And they are going to surprise us. They are going to surprise us. And I'm with it. I'm with it all.
Yep.
Now, as we're going to go right next door to where I am, Houston, the Astros.
H-Town, baby.
H-Town. What are you feeling, Rob? How are you feeling about that?
They are him to me. Like, I still, like, I'm surprised at how bad they've been with how they've been statistically. Like, they're one of the better hitting teams in all of baseball right now. Like, they've been doing the damn thing. Like, it's just like they just haven't been able to get like the wins. Like, they're in the top 10 in home runs. Like, they're in the top. I was just looking at them. Like, they're one of the top. They're actually number 3 in on base percentage. They're one of the top hitting teams in all of baseball. It's just that they just have not been able to just make shit rock. Like they're one of those teams that have started out slow. They're 10-18. So, like I said, Red Sox, like, y'all amongst friends with basically bad starts. Like, it's not to where you're going to basically start out great. Like, it's really good teams that are not starting out well. and Houston is just another one of them. I think they're him. Like I still believe in them as him. Just like with a lot of the teams that's in the rest of the AL West, like a lot of like him-ish teams at the very least. But no, they're a him team.
So I'm gonna agree with you, but I'm going to point out a couple things.
So
this is just an unexpected candidate. Well, unexpected candidate in my opinion for MVP. Okay, I know it's very early, very, very, very early to even call something like this, but I want to bring into the spotlight for Houston. Yordan Alvarez is cooking. 353 batting average, 464 on base percentage, 11 home runs, 26 RBIs, 36 hits, played in 27 games. He is looking good. He is looking very good coming out the game. This could possibly be one of the guys, if he kind of keeps this up, we could be talking about Jordan for MVP.
Yeah.
Because his pace is unbelievable right now. It's looking too good. We talking at this pace, Triple Crown winner. Okay? That's how it's looking.
That's a lot.
I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. But he surprised me because he got pop in the bat. He got plenty of pop in the bat. But his average is high. He's getting runs in. He's on base a lot. And it's like, damn.
He does it all.
Yeah, it's like Astros. Y'all got to get y'all pitching and shit together. Now, granted, the Astros, it's a couple, and I'm not going to call them excusable losses, but they lost to your Cardinals. I want to say they lost 2 to the A's. They have been taking some losses to good teams. Okay, they lost.
Yeah.
Look, they lost to the Yankees twice, and they playing them again right now. But pitching has been horrible.
Boy, they have a 6 ERA or 5.91 ERA right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
You gotta realize it's two sides in baseball.
Yeah.
Are my pitchers good, and can my hitters get this done? And it's not like they're having piss poor run production. Pitchers can't keep the ball inside the park, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the ball. You gotta keep people off the base and the ball in the park.
Yeah.
It works both ways, bro. They can look. Perfect example, bro. Whenever they played the A's, the last game that they played the A's that they lost, it was 12-10. You can go get 10 runs, but you can't give up 12. They was out there playing like the Dallas Cowboys, goddammit. Yeah, that's a shot because you ain't on the show today. Ha! You can't respond.
You would have did that if he was here.
You're
like,
right. And you're right.
You just waiting on that. He was like I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I'm gonna get these motherfuckers.
Just saying. But you can't not allow people, like even the past 2 games against the Yankees. They gave up 20 runs to the Yankees in the past 2 games. And shoot. Well, actually, they putting foot in Yankee ass right now. It's 7-1. As long as they keep the ball in the park, we good. But you can't give up 20 runs in the past 2 games. Like, pitching is being horrendous.
Yeah.
And you have the run production to beat teams. You just can't go out there and keep giving up runs, man.
Right.
It's not going to work. But, like you said, I do believe that they're a him team.
I am him.
They can totally get this done. They can get this done, but you got to get out the boat race. You got to get out the boat race. It can't happen anymore. It got to die down. Yeah. Now, we got to talk one more thing, NBA, before we get up out of here, okay? Here at Brah Migos, me and Rob have wild ideas. It goes through our heads. We think about stuff like this. So, it's an obligatory LeBron question. What X Games sport could you see LeBron doing? I know I have my pick. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah. So like we at Brah Migos, like we are here for engagement, and it seemed like we get our engagement from one of two people, KD and LeBron.
Yeah.
And it's seemingly so we're gonna look to like ask a LeBron James question every week
if we
until the end of time, and so the sport I would say with X Games, I think LeBron could be a good snowboarder. Like I see him on the slopes, or I could change mine up.
No, because I got a few different reasons, but go ahead. We think the same. We think the same.
Cause like I see him like he got like a good little bit of balance. Like I could see him basically being on a half pipe and everything like that. Another sport I was thinking about was rollerblade. Like now, rollerblading hasn't been around in the X Games in a very long time. Like as a kid, I remember seeing it there. But I could see LeBron basically going out and basically doing like a 1260, on the motherfucking on the motherfucking half pipe and do another half pipe. What is the shit called? The U
vert ramp. Yeah, that's a vert ramp.
Yeah, the vert ramp. Yeah, so like I could do him like see him doing like a 1260 on the vert, and everything like that. Like so, I think like those two, sports. I would say snowboarding and rollerblading. Like I think those would do it.
I could definitely see him snowboard. I was like, I could see LeBron as a snowboarder. LeBron could probably kill it. Big guy, very agile. I could see him pulling all kind of moves. That would be him in X Games mode. That's what I think he would do. I definitely think he'd be out there getting his Sean White on.
Yeah. Like well, I would say the dark horse would be like motocross.
Yeah.
Like because he has a lot of power.
Yeah. Only problem is he's a little heavy. Motocross. It wouldn't be.
That's true. That is true. That's a fair point. I didn't know you knew about your motocross, bro.
I look, your boy get busy.
I see that. I see that. I never even thought about it. I like we could be. You know what? X Games. I know you guys have been looking for representation. I don't even know if y'all looking for representation, but if y'all looking for two brothers to basically speak on y'all. Just for a little bit, like we could come back. Like I remember the Dave Mirra, Travis Pastrana, Travis him. Pastrana, yeah. There we go. Like he, I remember those days, like like they were yesterday. And so, like, I fuck with your boys, like like we can talk X Games. We can be Sal Masakela. Both of us. Look at this. Between the both of us, we could grow some hair follicles and be Sal Masakela.
Gotcha.
All right. So like. Come fuck with your boys, and we could be the X Games, like we could be the official podcast of X Games.
Yeah, we got you.
I don't see why not.
Hey, we got you. Now, with that being said, it looks like there might be some new faces pushing towards in the in the NBA playoffs. Rob, it's one of them days where I've been watching the playoffs. I've been paying attention, and it looked like they might have some new sheriffs. Might
you think so?
New sheriffs, yeah. And the reason that I say that is this: Toronto has upset. Toronto has upset the
Cavs
today.
Yep.
And this could be detrimental for Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Seeing that they got the playmaker that they needed, and they traded away a young guy. They got James Harden. James Harden led them to day 19, and Scotty Barnes showed up. Scotty Barnes is a great player, but looked like this playoff may be his calling. We might see KD get swept again in the playoffs later today by the Lakers with no Luka. The Sixers and Celtics, that could be a great series, but the Sixers gave it up at the end of the day. They may look to try to tie today because they're at home. They might try to tie this up 2-2. Currently, the Trailblazers are out ahead of the Spurs, and Wemby's on the floor.
He's actually gonna play today?
Yeah, he's actually playing 7.6 rebounds so far.
Oh, good. Let's get the fuck out.
So we're gonna see how this plays, but I think we got a lot of new faces. The same franchise, new faces. We got Wemby, Castle, Keldon Johnson, all those guys popping up. We've seen Denny emerge for the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers look like they still have life in them. It's a lot of new faces, but I'm enjoying it. It shows me that the NBA is still, evolving. The young guys are coming to the forefront now. Your Tatums and Browns who were there have more following them with Maxey, Barnes, Denny, Wemby, that whole Spurs franchise. This is going to be really good. This is going to be very interesting to watch play out over time. It really will be. And not to mention Monday, Detroit and Orlando, which Orlando turned it around. I don't know what happened. I don't know who talked about what happened, and they turned it around. And they were like, "We not going out like that." But Orlando is up 2-1 on Detroit. OKC is looking like they might finish Phoenix off tomorrow, and then we get to see how this whole debacle for Denver and Minnesota plays out also tomorrow. Whether if Minnesota can either close the book or if Denver still got some fight left in them. This NBA playoffs is looking good. It's a lot of great action.
Yeah, it's a lot of turmoil, a lot of just different storylines. Like it's kind of nuts. Like how great these NBA playoffs are, which they usually are. They usually are pretty good.
Yeah, but we got a lot of storylines. We have a lot of stories brewing in the NBA because one thing I was afraid of was Jaylen Brown and Tatum been having the "is your turn, my turn" back again since Tatum has been back. At times, it looked like it's trying to find itself back to working, but at times it was looking bad. LeBron, even though he's not playing the best, KD being out 2 games has been enough. Even whenever the one game he was there, looked like for the Lakers to have a chance to put the Rockets away, which is going to be horrible because I have to talk about this.
Okay.
The end of the Rockets game the other day was the biggest meltdown that I have ever watched in 26 seconds with a 5-point lead happen. What I saw the other night was something that plays out in movies. not in real basketball, but it happened in real basketball. Up 5, 26 seconds left. All you had to do was get the ball across half court and hold it. You could take a 24-second violation. They would have still been down 5. It wouldn't have mattered if they would have hit a 3 because they would have had to play the foul game. And you just hit free throws and end the game. But turnovers, LeBron James threes, then we go to overtime, and then you still lose. I can kind of see why KD be tweeting all kind of BS behind his back because I couldn't believe it myself. If I wouldn't have been watching live, which at the end I was like, this can't be happening. This is something that only happens in the movies. This happens in the movies. And then it happened. And I can see how KD be talking shit, bro. KD like talk shit about his teammates. He has plenty of room right there whenever he says, you see this shit that they be doing?
And you know what? Because I remember seeing this on Blue Sky. Shout out to the multiple mom, and she was quoting Dragonfly Jones. Shout out to Dragonfly Jones, who's still on Twitter. And basically talking about like how people are gonna talk about like, man, KD. You see why KD be talking about these niggas behind their back, but it's like they don't think about like what LeBron is actually carrying against the fucking Rockets. Like he doesn't have his top 2 people. He basically just got a bunch of cats that nobody either wanted or ain't really worried about. Like, and he's basically carrying them to a 3-0 lead when motherfuckers would have thought that with how talented this Rockets team is, that this should be like the reverse. The Rockets should be up 3-0 with LeBron kind of like, I don't know. LeBron got his fucking son out there. The son that basically people don't think is an NBA pro, basically getting minutes and run. Like, I think that this is one of those things where it's like we really don't put into actual consideration how great LeBron James is. And I don't think it's like, and I don't want to construe this because I know that the way that the fucking clip thing that we have is going to work out, the way this is going to be, but it's kind of like LeBron James is going to be like a Muhammad Ali of sports in that in this time, it's LeBron ain't shit. He always flopped this and that. But like 20 years from now, there's gonna be some kids that's gonna dig up LeBron James highlights, LeBron James stats, and look at the fact that this motherfucker in year 23 got his fucking son on the fucking team and basically is carrying a team of dudes that basically, I don't say are not worth a damn, but not as much worth a damn as Luka and Austin Reeves.
There we go.
And basically carrying them to a motherfucking 3-0 lead against a team that has Alfred Sengun and fucking Kevin Durant and Amen Thompson and like niggas that are what you would think as really good players. Like he's carrying this team in year 23.
And the thing, what makes it even more disappointing though in the Rockets, this ain't this is old LeBron and he's not as efficient. He had one efficient game in game 1. Rockets, you should be disappointed in yourself. You letting 40% LeBron the past 2 games come out in. And then he had a game where he had 8 turnovers in the last game. And then their team they had like 20 as a team. He had almost. But y'all letting them come out here and win, and y'all, whether you believe in yourself or not, Houston, if KD was out and y'all know that this was a practice injury, y'all was supposed to come out here and say, hey, we gonna lock up on defense and we gonna score and we gonna make this game we gonna make this a hard game for the next 48 minutes because they can only beat us with LeBron. And it's not like LeBron is out here killing you for 40. He had 29 the other night. It wasn't the most efficient 29. He was close to 50%, but you're letting him beat you with Luke Kennard. And granted, Rui and Marcus Smart had games the other night. They did. But they've only had that real, that.
Think like, would you rather have Luke Kennard or Alfred Sengun? Like, would you rather have like Luke Kennard or Amen Thompson? You can basically put that up with Rui Hachimura and ask those same questions, like who would you rather have? And this is what this person is doing against this other team. It's crazy.
And right now, it's like y'all are making yourselves look so bad right now. And I don't know who to blame. I don't know if I need to blame players or do I need to blame Udoka or who do look right now. I'm like the Spider-Man meme with the 3 Spider-Men pointing at each other. I don't know which one of y'all I'm going to blame. Somebody about to catch this blame for what's going on right now in Houston.
I mean, I think who you blame is Yes. Like all them niggas got to blame, like take some blame. Like I got my little tablet right here, watching the the little bit of the Cardinals and Mariners game, and I'm seeing the commercial with LeBron James and his son in the motherfucking promo for the Odyssey movie. Like that's what's beating you, Rockets. The niggas, the father and son duo that's promoting the motherfucking book by Homer.
But you see why I say you can't make this shit up this season. You see why I keep saying this? Because it's no excuse for what's going on.
You can't make this shit up like we made that fucking obligatory LeBron James question about what X Games thing he could do. Like, we ended up talking about him anyway because he's that fucking great.
If people at home, if you did not watch the ending of that game the other night, I implore you to go watch the last 25, 30 seconds of the game. And you tell me if I couldn't have put y'all out there and you could have just got the ball over half court with passes. You ain't got to dribble. 5 of y'all out there. Just get it across half court and hold the ball. Because if you hold it and kill time, they got to foul you. They wouldn't have but like 2 seconds left to shoot a 3. They were going to have to foul somebody if they wanted a chance because they were up 5. And it is, dog, in the words of KG, shit went bad quick. It went bad quick. I don't know what happened. We was right there. All of a sudden, Mike got like 30. We got Gatorade everywhere. We tired. We done been on defense the last 6 minutes. I can't even explain what happened. And I can't explain it because I was like, it's no way I'm sitting right here, and I remember saying, "It's no way that they can lose." And that was the exact words came about my mouth. I said, "It's no way that they can lose this game in 25 seconds, and you can hold the ball for 24 of them."
Mm-hmm.
And they figured out how to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory right there in live time. And I don't know how Udoka didn't freak out. Because I was freaking out. I was freaking out. I was like, it's no way y'all not. Look, just get the ball over half court and hold it. Just hold the ball. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Not rocket science, but it happens, bro. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up our show. As always, Brah Migos Podcast. You can catch us on Blue Sky. You can catch us up in the sky. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're everywhere. We're here on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your people about us. Rob, what do you want to say before we get up out of here?
Good night, LeBron. Good night, Canada. Let's see what else. Hope y'all had a good weekend and shit. Still watch these playoffs. There was something else I was gonna say. Like, you know, when you basically like, cause like, you know, when you like, man, I wanted to say this one thing, like, cause it would be like, man, like I needed to say this one thing, and I'm really not even fucking with y'all. Like, I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, like Nate said, hit us up. We are here. We are there. We are everywhere. Be easy.
Oh yeah, don't let them steal y'all money tonight with these odds. Cause I just seen on ESPN where they got the Rockets favored to win. Don't go give them y'all money because they just showed me
your coins.
Hey, they just showed me the other game why not to trust them. So you might want to put your money back in your pocket. Go to a different game. Go do something else. Go buy yourself a drink with that. Don't give it to them. They
and also, don't run up in people's face, dog. Like, cause you never know what motherfuckers got. All right, you know, like Jaden Daniels basically, he played it off and everything because he was like, man, this is a big motherfucker, and you know, I don't think Jokic wanted to put hands on him, but like as a closing thought, just watch how you run up on people. You know,
don't be running up on people like that.
Because as some great St. Louisans once said, run up, get done up. If we beefing, I got you. If we beefing, I got you. Shout out to the bangers.